Hey guys, Wolvie here with a The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia global video for the 30th of September 2019, regardless of where you live. This is going to be part 3 of Ultimate Ramuh, and basically it's going to be thoughts, opinions, and a bit of a report, and update on, banners I'm going to be pulling out in the future, so we'll get to all that once we get to the home screen. And before we get into the my thoughts and opinions, this morning, if you're in the United States or where the time zone equivalent, if you're outside the U.S. area, we did get the stream rewards, the 3,000 gems, the 10 armor tokens, and the 20 draw tickets. So, like I said, this is going to be thoughts, opinions, reports, and updates on future banners I'm planning on pulling on. So, the only thing I'm going to sound off on, but it's not so much a negative sound off, but it's more like a question mark, confused sort of thing. We're going to go into the game update, because this is where the information is going to be derived from. So, with Setzer having a super minor rework, more specifically, the only change he has is the Crystal Strike 50 passive all in. You see here that these slight raises to his stats go from you have to use all of his abilities first to only using 2 uses of free shulker. It's something I don't really get as a format of a rework, because if somebody gets a rework, it should be more than just a passive, in my personal opinion. Because unfortunately this does very little to help him in sense of longer fights. And if I were to do a rework, and this is regardless if it's JP or global, it would have been something a little bit more than this. But like I said, it's a little confusing for me. I don't get why they didn't do more for a rework. I do feel, however, there may be a secondary rework that he's going to get in the future for both JP and then later on global. So it's a bit of a wait and see in this regard. But again, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. In regards to the DP exchange update, I'm glad this is going on, because it's like the high power orbs higher, the tier 3-star. Oh man, I'm kind of tired. You can tell the high power orbs and high guard orbs. I'm glad that's no longer there, and I do feel that there's going to be another date to this coming up in the future with the tier 4 shards in each color. We'll see. So that is that on that. My quote unquote sound off, but it's actually not a bad one. It's more of like a scratch. I'm like, nani? Why? But either way, I actually like what Ultimate Ramuh is doing in sense of the mission rewards, in the sense of the limited time aspect. I'm just going to scroll down real quickly to recap. Let's see here, where is it? So you see here the additional daily missions. I like they're doing this, and then we're going to go into the limited time aspects if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Darn it. I think I passed it. Mission details. Here we go. So what I really enjoy about Ultimate Ramuh is that you see all this stuff here. the high shards and the tier 5 shards, you know, and this is in the color of the main star of the particular ultimate Esper. I do feel we're going to be seeing some of these in blue, because I think Kryl gets her rework at 7070 Awakening when Ultimate Leviathan shows up, but I do have a feeling it's going to be blue, and I know Kryl is of the blue affinity. We'll see. And the fact that there's stuff here for like for 4 allies and 5 allies, as opposed to the 1-3-6 formula, it's a welcome change. I like it, because you don't have to worry so much about, not so much farming, quote unquote, per se, but it's the fact you get additional ways to get your resources, in the sense of the tier 4 or tier 5 instead of just your lost chapters or character events. I really like this. I really want to see more of this in the future. Now, we're going to scroll back up, and my thoughts on the... Did I pass it up? No, I did. It's actually in the same area. So from this World of Illusions Ultimate Event Hours, artifact missions will be available for the duration event. I'm liking this as well, because you don't have to worry about the treasure hunts, doing those random drops for artifacts, passives, especially for the Cursed 6. So, and the thing is, I do feel that with the treasure hunts, we will no longer be seen. We may still see those for lost chapters, but that's as far as it goes, in my personal opinion. I do not know if they're going to drop the treasure hunts from lost chapters altogether, like they... Let me reword this. When it comes to the treasure hunts in World of Illusions, it looks like we're no longer going to be seeing these for the character events, Ultimate Esper Trials, as well as co-ops involved in the main story, so we're not going to be seeing much of that anymore. I will not be surprised either way, and by this part, if the treasure hunt will still remain for lost chapters, or if the treasure hunt will no longer be for lost chapters. I won't be surprised either way, because nothing in life surprises me anymore. So overall, I really am liking this, because these type of changes, because it's like with the revamp of the artifact passes aspect, it's actually kind of necessary. You know, okay, we're no longer going to be getting gems one way. How do we get it another way? And I like the fact that with the revamp, you actually have to use your tokens in order to do so. So you notice, I'll give you guys a quick look at my Radiant Artifact tokens, just to give you guys a good peek at how I'm playing that for the most part. And by that, the 1,000 gold tokens and the 1,000 silver tokens were given as a gift instead of longer rewards. You notice here, I've yet to really touch them, because it's like they're associated with certain limited time missions. So why waste all of them when you know there are missions coming up that need them? So that's all I have on that particular aspect. Now, in regards to the Setzer bearers, I'm just going to pull his up super quickly to give you guys the report. It only took me 5 tickets. And since then, I've actually been able to replenish a good amount of my ticket stash, so I should be heading more than 500 by the time Realm shows up. And because I managed to get Setzer's EX with minimal amount of tickets used, I am going to be using tickets for other banners. And with the gem stash that I had planned out for Setzer initially, but again, because I didn't even need to use a single gem for his EX, Lily Sith will be the part of the gem stash. And the reason why I'm going after Lily Set's EX weapon next. And this may come to a surprise to some of you, but I personally feel that Lily Set is a more reliable debuffer than Ferris, in my opinion. Now, you guys are wondering, Ferris is like, are telling me, Wolvie, Ferris is the best debuffer in the game. How is she not as reliable as Lily Set? Well, the thing is with Ferris, she needs some setup in order to really land her debuffs. Not many people bring this up with Ferris. With Ferris, you can use cannon fire all you want, but will the debuffs stick? And sadly, the answer to that question is not always. You need Ferris's 15 CP weapon passive in order to have a better chance to land those debuffs from cannon fire. Because without the 15 CP weapon passive, that 35 isn't as reliable. And for me personally, I'd rather have something that's reliable, that has a way to land debuffs. If it's not all of them, at least some of them. And Lily Set, in my personal opinion, is reliable in that regard. Because when you use the Sensual Dance, not only does it land some debuffs, it also gives a party a max brave boost. And I'd rather have that than somebody who has a percentage chance to land them. And the thing is with Lily Set, the one thing she has over Ferris is that Lily Set can sustain herself in battle. What could possibly go wrong from there? But then again, that's just my opinion. And it's something I have to say because, yes, Ferris is a favorite of mine. But there are some areas where Lily Set outdoes Ferris. And one of those areas is it's kind of a big one, is where the debuffs are more guaranteed to stick with Lily Set than with Ferris. And that's where I'm going to end this video. With Wolvie here signing off, I will catch you all on the flip side.